official London theater. CJ here. Just thought I'd give you guys an update. Opening night, in my opinion, was an absolute blast of a time. It was, I honestly felt very surreal. It felt like it was like I blacked out, but then at the last, like, I would say 10 minutes it hit me, and the waterworks were flowing, the tears were coming, and I really was just so grateful. Right now we're in my dressing room. As you can see, I've kind of zhuzhed it up. I got a lot of flowers and a lot of gifts from people, which is really nice and opening, and the cast has been super lovely, the returning cast. So I figured I'd take the time before my wig comes in, and I get my wig put on, to talk about my audition process. So I am from Long Island, New York, and I met my partner, Steven, while doing a cruise ship, and the two of us, shipments turned a very long time reality. We met in 2019 in the studios of Norwegian Cruise Line, and then we actually weren't on the same ship, but we kind of kept talking. Then COVID happened, and then we went on the same ship together, and then kind of the rest is history. So we've been really in cahoots since 2019, but really it's 2021. I then moved here. We did a bunch of contracts together, and then I moved here January 10th, and then I had my audition for Back to the Future, I think in February. And I had my audition, and then I had an initial audition, which was like a screening basically. I just sang a song. Jim, our amazing musical director, was in there. I'm pretty sure Jordan Murphy, who was the resident director, he was in there. And there was one other person, I want to say it was Darren. He was in there as well, and then the pianist. I sang my song. Immediately I felt good. You know, there are some auditions you just go in there and you're like, I did that. We did that. This was one of those. So I felt really good about that. And then after that audition, I think I got the email that I got a call back literally only a few hours later. And the next one was gonna be at Pineapple, and it was gonna be a material session, so I had material to learn. I did that one. That was a bigger room. I did a bunch of Goldie material, and I honestly felt really good. Had them laughing. Still kind of went in, I was like, oh, I did that. We did that right. And then after that, they told me that I was gonna have a final, a final, sorry. So into the final, and there was about 18 people in the room. One of them being John Rando, and some of the Broadway team, the UK team, producers, and that one was really great. And that one, they had me doing Goldie material, but I then got sent out to do a little bit of Marvin material as well. And then as I was leaving there, which I kind of like felt really good about, because I was like, oh my god, they're asking me to do more material, I called Steven, and that moment was like, it's going good. And then I left, and immediately they said, okay, you have to do a dance final. So then I went to the dance. They needed to see me move, so I went into it. It was an ensemble dance call. But they kind of like took into consideration that I was going to be going in for a role, which meant that like they were being a little lenient, but it was the Gotta Start Somewhere choreo, and in the dance break, I think. And when I tell y'all, I loved it. It was groovy, it was bit of me, I was hooting, I was hollering, but so I did that. Then I left, and they told me that I had one more thing to do. So I was gonna go to see this, who later on would become like, honestly, one of my saving graces here in the UK. I went and had a evaluation on my voice with a amazing, what I would call him a vocal connoisseur, Mark Maitland. Unreal. I walked in, he basically was like, do you know why you're here? He was like, I'm basically gonna like figure out your voice and then be able to see if you can sustain this for a 12-month contract. I sang only, we did a bunch of vocal warm-ups. I sang literally only a few numbers, a few moments of the song, and then like literally within, I want to say like maybe 3 bars, he was like, okay, that's enough. And I was like, oh, definitely petrified. I thought, oh, you can do that. He then sat me down, he explained, well, I think you can do it. I definitely want you to like come to me a few times just so that we can like work out some kinks so I can make you feel even more confident in your voice, which shout out to Mark Malin, literally it, you know. The thing is like when you're doing this for so long, I feel like sometimes not that your technique goes away, but you get so used to routine. So it's really good to have, like kind of go through things again and like feel super comfortable. Also, the amazing like predecessors, I think, the people who've become before me who have done the role, like obviously they have their own version, and then they really were encouraging me to like find my own through the whole entire process. It's been really great. The team is amazing, especially like Nick Finlow, John Rando, Nikki, and Laura. All of them are very much like, we want you to do you. We want you to bring CJ to this, which has been a blessing. At no point have I felt like I had to be like, you know, any of the people who have played Goldie prior. So I did that. I then got the call March, like the second week of March, I want to say. Not even, maybe the first week of March, end of February. I found out, basically, that I got the job, but I didn't have a visa, and it was contingent on me getting a visa. And so, at the time, I had just been denied for my first visa, which was kind of like a little bit of an ego death moment, because I was a little bit shooketh. But then me and Steven decided to apply for an unmarried partner visa and keep it short, cute, and simple. I ended up getting approved for that come May. The week of my birthday, I found out like literally a few days before my birthday, which was lovely. Then I came and moved here, and Steven and I are now living in North London together, and I was able to fully accept this contract. The rehearsal process was great. Obviously, this has been such an interesting one for me since it's my first like UK thing. I did Lion King on Broadway when I was a kid. I did the tour, and I went to Taiwan with that, and I did a show called Finian's Rainbow on Broadway, and so like I've worked professionally in the theater scene since I was a lot younger, and then done cruising and things like that. But working in the West End, obviously when you're in an English environment, being an American was just like kind of not daunting, but just like nerve-wracking. You never know, you already don't know what kind of environment you're walking into in this industry, but let alone being an American. I didn't know how it'd be perceived, but I think I did okay. I was just myself, and the team, like I said, is just really amazing. And you know, it's just been, I feel really blessed. I love the role. Goldie is just such a, I mean, everybody says like it's just really hard not to come home and it's really hard to not have a great show, to have a great time, to enjoy yourself. It's such a, especially Goldie, what he stands for in the show is so communal, and it's about, you know, him, you know, his numbers just bring so much joy to me, and like I can just feel the joy of when I'm doing them, which is such a great feeling. And I feel just so grateful to be over here in the West End. You English people are just amazing, really have welcomed me with open arms, and I feel super lucky to be a part of this community. And also shout out to my amazing agent, Michael, from Apollo. He's also just phenomenal, and has been such a great holding me in through all of this. It's just been a really good process. And I love Hill Valley. I mean, what the hell is not to love? I mean, there's just an influx of harmonious, like, warmth in this building. You walk in, and from the doormen and doorwomen all the way to the techs, to the sound people, to our SMs, to our company manager, Sarah Lee, an icon to the cast. Wigs department, hair, it really is like Hill Valley. It reminds me of, this will not really be a reference to anyone, I don't think, who's British, but in America we have this ranch called Hidden Valley Ranch, and like in the commercials, they zoom out and you like see like people dancing on lettuce and this, and then you realize that it's a salad, and that's what it feels like. Like just one happy little quaint village that like you're only in on the joke if you're in on it if you're part of it, and I love that. So I'm very happy. That's my process. Tonight we have one show. Tomorrow we've got 2 shows. Today we had a rehearsal. We put in our amazing new alternate, Ellis. He really killed it. Everyone was really supportive of him doing that, which was great. Yeah, he went out there and we were all like, okay, mister, I see you. Then I am going to, and then we have double shows tomorrow, which will be good. I think today I was taking it easy, which is a good thing, because I needed to. The body is just tired. I've been going to sleep, woke up. Tomorrow we're gonna do it all again. Also, tonight is a really fun night. I'm rambling, but tonight is a really fun night. We have our beloved Connor Lewis going on as Marty, which he is just one little pocket rocket of everything and then some. And the voice is voicing. So I'm excited for that. And Brian is on one of our amazing swings, which I haven't been able. It's really a joy being able to share the stage with some of the people that you don't typically get to share the stage with. So when the swings are on, honestly, I feel just so excited because these people, again, are all so lovely. So it's great to be able to, like, tonight I get to have a moment with Brian on stage, which I haven't been able to yet, and he stands next to me, and got to start somewhere at the end, and I can give him some loving and, you know, get new energy, which will, you know, be great. Friends coming tonight, so, oh, come in. And it's all a go, and I think this is my amazing dresser, Kath.
Hi.
Yes, it is. Oh, hey. She's just bringing my goodies so I can start getting ready. And yeah, that's that. All right, Official London Theatre.